All right, let's dive in. We're about to step into a world that most of us, hopefully, will never see firsthand. This is a journey through the 10 levels of transformation inside a maximum security prison. It's a process that systematically remakes a person, from the inside out.
You hear that? That's not just about doing time. It's the start of a profound, and I mean profound, change. This one line captures that immediate, unspoken pressure that hits you the second you enter the system. See, you've got this tiny window of time to figure out who you're going to be in there, because if you don't decide for yourself, believe me, someone else will decide for you.
So, level 1. It's all about erasure. Before the system can build a new identity for you, it has to completely destroy the old one. This isn't just a few changes, it's a total, systematic stripping away of everything you were on the outside.
And it starts right away. First, it's the simple things. The clothes you walked in with? Gone, replaced by a uniform that, of course, doesn't quite fit right.
Then, your connection to time itself is cut. The rhythm of your life? Yeah, that's not yours anymore.
Even the symbols that connect you to the outside world, to love, to family, they're taken away. You're being isolated, not just physically, but symbolically.
And then comes the final step in this process of erasure. The most fundamental thing you have. The very word that has defined you your entire life is gone. They take your name.
So what are you left with? It's not a new name. No, it's a number. You are now just an entry in a ledger, a state-issued designation. The dehumanization is pretty much complete. And this is what you've become. A new fish, essentially a blank page. And that blankness, that's what makes you so incredibly vulnerable. Every single person you meet is looking at you, sizing you up, deciding what story is about to be written on that page, whether you like it or not.
Now you might be thinking, okay, I'll just keep my head down, stay out of the way, be neutral. That's the safest bet, right? Wrong. That's the most dangerous thing you can be. In the hyper-structured social world of a prison, everybody belongs to something. If you don't have a crew, if you don't have a people, you're exposed, you're prey.
So someone's going to walk up to you and ask this question. And listen, this is not small talk. This is the single most important question you will ever be asked in that place. Your answer, the neighborhood you say, the city, the affiliation it all implies, that is going to determine everything that happens to you next. It is literally a sorting mechanism for survival.
Okay, so let's say you answer that critical first question correctly. You don't just survive, you actually start to assimilate. You become what's called a prospect. And this kicks off the next phase, learning the unwritten language of this entire new world. As a prospect, you start getting these little tasks. And they all seem different, but they're all designed to teach you one core lesson. See, the right answer to any question you might have is silence. You don't ask. This isn't a test of how curious you are. It's a test of loyalty and, more importantly, discretion.
You know, survival in here isn't really about learning prison slang. It's about mastering a completely unspoken language. It's about reading the subtle cues, the glances, the posture, the entire atmosphere of a room. Being able to read that, that's the difference between going home and not going home at all.
Once you pass those tests, you move up. You become a soldier. You're in. You've got protection. Your job is simple. Execute orders. No questions asked. And as you prove yourself, you might become an enforcer. The key difference here is precision. An enforcer isn't just about being violent. They understand that controlled violence is a very specific tool used to maintain the delicate order of the entire system. So at this point, you're no longer just the muscle. You're actually moving into management. This is where you become a key operator in this complex, hidden economy that basically powers the entire facility. The skill that lets you climb this ladder to move from an enforcer to a shot caller. It isn't violence, it's judgment. It's the ability to look at a complicated mess with multiple factions and make the right call. That right there, that's what separates the pawns from the players. And this kind of rise, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, careful, strategic consolidation of power. By year 4, you're the one brokering deals between rival gangs. By year 7, a power vacuum opens up, and you're the one with the weight to fill it. And by year 8, you are the boss. And your authority, it isn't granted by anyone. It's simply recognized by everyone, on both sides of the bars. And now, we get to the final stages of this journey. After all those years of climbing the ladder, the focus shifts. It's now about the psychological toll of your transformation and the incredibly disorienting idea of returning to the outside world.
11 years. After more than a decade inside,
You're not just a boss anymore. You are the legend. Your name is known in prisons all across the state, a testament to your intelligence, your will, in an environment designed to crush both.
But that status, it comes with a heavy price, an internal one. It's not about power anymore. It's about the memories, the moral compromises, the things you've had to do, the people who are gone. It's this weight that time just can't erase.
And then, one day, the gate opens. You get out. And the reversal is just shocking. Inside, you were the legend, an authority whose word was absolute law. Outside, you're the ghost. You're a felon on a job application. You're a stranger in a world that has completely moved on, a person who doesn't even know how to use the smartphone in everyone's pocket.
And this is the final level, and maybe the hardest one of all. Being a ghost means, yeah, you're physically out, but you are not free, not even close. You're haunted by your record. You're bound by all these new rules you don't understand. And you're just trying to figure out how to be a regular person again after a decade of mastering a completely different universe.
And that brings us right back to the beginning. Because right now, as we speak, another person is stepping off that van, becoming that blank page. He's going to have to learn this entire world just to survive, and he has no idea who he's about to become. And it leaves us with one final haunting question. What will it cost him to learn?